I was so happy when the youth were invited to share their perspective for the gathered community during the church's 23rd anniversary service. The youth perspective is important for this service because many of them have grown up alongside the church. Photo voice is simply telling a story through a photo. This is an important concept for those whose voice is often neglected. For the youth, being given a voice at church can be significant in their experience within a faith community. Many photos were taken over the last few weeks in preparation for this project. The youth were asked to share a photo about what they think of most when they think about this church. Their stories reflect the shared affections between generations within the church.
A major part of our youth group is fellowship and to spread God's love together. We work as a family to love, support, and listen to one another while also helping each other stay motivated to stay faithful to God.
I chose the sign because it's the main reason we came to the church in the first place. Through the years, we've been to like 15 different churches, and passing the sign outside, my mom really wanted to try it out because it's something we hadn't done before. And it felt like a family as soon as we walked in the first day. And I wouldn't have been able to been a part of that family if we didn't see that sign driving past the church in the first place.
With the sign that say you belong here, it made me feel welcome.
The younger generation represents growth and are the future of the church. We are greeted by their warm smiles and are wrapped with their tight hugs. As a mission and generation, it is our job to leave them with a loving community and always encourage them to stay faithful to God as they grow more, not just physically but also spiritually, since any healthy thing grows naturally.
I chose the picture of the perspective of a drum set because praise is very important to church. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be playing for the church and for the band and support everyone. This is what I look at when I see everyone worshiping and praising together.
I took a picture of the vaulted ceiling at the entrance of the church because I remember it was the first thing I saw when we first walked in our first Sunday here, and I remember Pastor Alex greeting us, and he had like the biggest smile on his face, and I felt welcome like immediately.
I chose to represent the perspective of an AV person because I spent numerous years helping the praise team in the background. I am thankful that I am entrusted with all of this, and I am thankful that I could run things smoothly so that the congregation can focus on God.
So I sent a picture of this doorway between what we call the old building and the new building. And this doorway kind of represents like a doorway or gate into like God inviting us with open arms to like expand our church and expand everything to become what it is now. And there's like a long hallway like after the door, and it's kind of like a path leading to like all these different like buildings. Like there's for the little kids the pre-K room, and at the end of this like path is the EM and like where the youth like worship. And this doorway and hallway has led us to what we are now. And I can't wait for all the new hallways and doorways that our church will open up for us.
I chose this picture of the red chair in the room because that's the room where all the big decisions are made by the elders, and I think that is a big part of the church and what the future of our church is going to be.
I share the picture of apples at Carter Mountain because it represents the events we do every year. These events help us get closer together as a youth group, like with God.
I took a picture of the pre-K room because it's the start of a new generation, and that's when the kids start to know that God loves you.
I never knew that a persimmon tree could change my perspective of the church. Walking around the building to find what makes me think of the church, I saw a persimmon tree. Seeing the fruit tree reminded me of the elder generation because when the season comes, our church elders pick the persimmons from this tree and shares it with the church congregation. They were not just sharing the fruit, but sharing their good work within. As said in the Bible, the fruit symbolizes good work, and the elders have shown a great example to us. The elders were not just sharing their good work, but they were sharing their faith and love as well. I felt this way because they put in their time and work to care for the plant and make sure it grows healthy and well. The elders have shown with their actions what it truly means to be a loving Christian. During this project, I have learned the sharing of persimmon is not just to receive the fruit, but instead to share a message to the church congregation. I will continue to think about the good work, love, and faith put inside the fruit as we continue to share it in the future.